All right, we're here. We're gonna talk Pokemon Pinball. We're gonna play some Foo Fighters. I'm gonna make a quick, hey, come hang out video. So, just a second. Doop. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna make a thing where we do the thing. All right, so let's see. I don't know why Instagram does this. Okay. Hey everyone, we are live. No, it's not Pokemon Pinball, but it is Foo Fighters, which is also Jack Danger. Come hang out. We are going to talk Pokemon Pinball. And we're going to hopefully get to the final wizard mode on this mother. Click the link and we'll see you there. Alright, we're about to get started. If you guys have any questions, let me know. About Pokemon Pinball, because I was there. I got to see it. We got to play it. It was great. Boom. Okay. Done. Boom sauce. Okay. Here we are. Hey, it shows Pokemon Pinball on the back.
Hey, I'm your roadie and spiritual guide on this tour.
Whoops. Whoops.
Yes! Still in the game. Drop targets. Initiate bomb upgrade. Bomb upgrade sequence initiated. I hope I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. Bombs on fire.
Okay. Down like the bound down again. Biddy.
Keep track of your balls, dude. Shoot rounds to build life value. Next shot, 2x. Maximum bomb upgrade.
Oh! Ah!
Hit the overlord.
Beef and barley in a bagel? Love it. Okay.
Lightning value boosted.
I know it's not Pokemon. I even said it in my video. I don't have it. But we're going to talk Pokemon.
Get a while ago, stop the
What questions do you have?
You would come through.
What questions do you have?
Now you're mine. Left ramp is worth 2x for the remainder of the ball. UFO button ready. Yeah.
Ooh. Boop. Ah, that was bad. We're still warming up. We're still warming up. You watched the 10-minute video. No questions. Looks like a simple layout. Yeah. Here's my takeaway. It's gonna kill on location. It's super accessible. Yeah, it's super accessible. It's really easy to shoot. It's like a Stranger Things. Even down like currently to the code where like you have to hit a shot 3 times to start a mode. So like if you hit the Charmander shot 3 times, then you go into Charmander mode. We do have an ad starting soon, but I think you might be subscribed. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna kill on location. Kids are gonna want to play it. Millennials are gonna want to play it. Like, it's gonna do really well on location. It's gonna do really well selling in the home too. Gary Stern, I think, has the best quote. He was like, "I don't know anything about Pokemon, but this is gonna be like Grandpa's game for the grandkids that they buy." You know, like, yeah, Grandpa's got a bunch of grandkids and wants to have something really fun for them to play when they come over. And he's gonna drop, you know, 7 to 10 grand on it, kind of a thing. You know, knowing that it's gonna be like an heirloom piece of gear that people will pass on from generation to generation, kind of a thing. Oh, okay, I am going to be making a video covering all of this, but I just haven't had time to do it. I actually worked quite a bit recently, freelancing. I'm not buying it right off the bat, even if like so, you know, right now I'm not buying anything because I don't have a full-time job, but I was saving up for Pokemon Pinball. But after playing it, I wouldn't personally myself buy it right off the bat, unless if I was gonna like, okay, we're putting it on location, kind of a thing, you know, because it would like this thing's gonna print money even more than Stranger Things. But the layout is just, it's fun, but it's a fan layout. I'm not against fan layouts. I own Stranger Things. I should probably wait until the ad gets done. I'll pick up once the ad gets done. If anybody else is on right now that can hear me. Whoops! Whoa! That was a killer save. Is that okay? Alright, let's get into mode. Here we go.
Get to the Overlord now! Looks like the phone's got away.
This time.
Left ramp is worth 2x for the remainder of the game. Take my tractor beam.
Oh, I thought that was gonna hit the left flipper. Okay, we're back. I was saying, previous to me being only freelancing and not having a full-time job, I was saving up for Pokemon because I was like, hell yeah, Jack Danger and Pokemon together. Like, I love Pokemon. I love Jack Danger's designs. Let's go. Unless if I was buying it to put it on location, I personally right now wouldn't buy it straight up. Like if I had a full-time job and, you know, was just taking that money that I've been saving up. Personally myself, I wouldn't. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. It isn't. It's a great game. It's very accessible. It's actually very fast. It's a really fast game. Like, you do have to be on your toes. But it does flow really well. It's got good flow. But I want something that's got a little bit more of like a, oh my god, that's really interesting, cool, that shot, like, you know, like this game where you hit this shot, oh shit. You hit this shot, right? And then it goes like this, and then it goes up here, and then it feeds your upper right flipper. Or you hit this shot, and it goes all the way around, and then it goes all the way around back down here, right? Just like every single shot on that thing, like, there's not a moment, to be honest, in it where you're like, oh, I was not expecting the ball to go that way, right? And that's what I'm used to with Jack Danger designs. Jack Danger did a great job, and George Gomez did a great job making a very accessible game, which I totally get. Pokemon, they said, is bigger than Nintendo. Oh, I didn't know Area 51 was ready. Pokemon's bigger than Nintendo, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and they said one other IP, I don't remember what it was, combined. There's like 2 billion Pokemon fans or something like that. Like, it's... They have the biggest IP in the world that they're making a pinball machine for. So, this is an opportunity to get a lot more people into pinball. So they kind of got to play it a little more safe, right? They got to have it be accessible. They got to have it be something that a kid can pick up and go, I had a great time and I want to do that again. Rather than like, you know, X-Men, you get on X-Men and like, I hated X-Men for like the first 6 to 8 months that I played it because it is a really hard game to shoot. That's not fair. I wouldn't say it's a hard game to shoot. It's just, I guess when you first start, it's hard, right? And then once you really learn the shots, dude, you can flow a ton on that game. Which actually, like, I'm pretty interested in getting an X-Men because I played at my friend's house and I put up like 700 bill the other day, or not Bill, not Bill, 700 million the other day, and I was like, man, okay, I'm starting to understand this flow of this game. Pokemon, right off the bat, you play it, you already like understand how to shoot it, right? Which is the right move. It's the smart move. Jack Danger did say, I talked to him about it, he did say that the first Whitewood was a completely different game. It was like his typical like crazy shots all over and making the ball go from here to there and all that stuff. And they're like, this is really cool, but we have to think about the fact that like we're gonna be having like 8-year-olds play this game, and like Grandpa is gonna be playing this game, and like it needs to be more accessible. And so they totally scrapped his first design, which I'm hoping that they hold on to and make something else out of it eventually. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's the same reason why Star Wars is a fan layout, right? Like, and they said that Star Wars is week after week, month after month, doing the most in sales for them. And it's getting the most new people into pinball just because of the IP alone. So like, as a business, I totally get it. Am I slightly I don't want to say disappointed, because it is, we're still getting Pokemon Pinball and it's still really cool. Hey, Brass League, thanks for the raid. Yeah, we're talking Pokemon Pinball right now. I was able to go and play it at the media day. D&D has landed! Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm getting mine at the end of the month. Well, mine. We're trading for a little bit. So yeah, basically the original, like, Pokemon Pinball layout was like your typical Jack Danger, Crazy Shots, all that. And then they scrapped it because it needed to be more accessible. Which is, I guess, I'm grieving what Pokemon Pinball could have been still a little bit. Is it still a really great game? Yeah. Oh my god. It's a great flow. It shoots really easy. It's got way less shots than Star Wars, so the ramps are wider. You know what? Let me finish this ball and then we'll pull up the trailer and we'll talk through what my experience was at Stern. So I'm not devastated, but I am kind of grieving a little bit, like, because Pokemon Pinball is definitely like a dream theme of mine. I played Pokemon Pinball all the time on Game Boy growing up. I recently sought out the Game Boy, you know what, to be honest, I gotta be honest. Once I got into real pinball, I kind of put a lot of the video games on the back burner, just because this is so fun. Not that video games aren't. I don't even remember if I bought Pokemon Pinball on GBA or not. But I definitely did a lot of research on that. I know that. There we go. Alright, so one more ball, guys, and then we'll look it up. But yeah, it's a great game. It's super fun. It's a lot like, so far the code is a lot like Stranger Things, where you hit the left and right shots to advance your modes, and then the middle shot is your, like, bozo zone, right? So, Space Junk, what's up? How you doing? Okay, I'll pull it up here. The YouTubes. Actually, we'll pull up Stern's website. Alright. So, Pokemon Pinball. Oh. That's an interesting picture right after you've seen Pokemon. There we go. View game. Let me put my headphones on just to make sure you guys can hear it. Contact for Bill. So, is it just the trailer and not like the full walkthrough right now? Also, aren't the LEs sold out? I thought they were. Happy lunch break. How you doing, Chicago Bob? Good to see ya. Okay, I guess we'll do this. Is it just... Is that too loud?
Our trainer's journey begins.
Turn it down a little.
Pokemon caught.
Boom! champion of the arena battle.
Okay. So there is another video that they have made that we got to see that I guess you guys haven't seen yet, and it goes through a lot more of like the in-depth, you know, George Gomez talking to you about everything and all that. Man, can we not even see a... oh, there's a feature matrix. Pants. Oh, that's right. The code name for Pokemon was Pants. That's kind of funny. I just want to... I don't... Here. I have to download it? Man, okay. They're gonna work on some other... I mean, I'm sure they're literally scrambling right now to update this page, but like... Yeah. Hey, Amortash, how you doing? Yeah, okay. There's gotta be... Like, they don't even, on their website right now, have a photo of the playfield. You have to download, currently, this flyer. That's crazy to me. All right. Let's zoom in. Wait, why are you not letting me? Really? Oh, I gotta do this. Okay, hold on. So here's the playfield, right? Yep. Fan layout. Basically think Stranger Things and Junkyard put together is the best way I can explain this game. Because you have 3 targets here, 3 targets here, and then you have a bash toy right in the middle. Now, Junkyard, that crane is always down, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's always down, right? Oops. Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done? Hold on. Add Twitch Manager. There we go. Yeah, let's talk about this left toilet. So that does not come on the Pro. So let me download the Premium here. Can't believe that they just don't have the pictures. That is crazy to me. Okay. Pants. Let's zoom in. What were we at? 125. Okay. So, I'll say straight up, not even just as an operator, but as an owner of pinball, an enjoyer of pinball, get the Pro, dude. In my mind, I don't know what they'll think of me saying this, but it is not worth $3,000 for the Premium. So what you get on the Premium, you don't get on the Pro. So yeah, we'll go back and forth here, right? Let's see if I can even line it up a little better so that it goes. Okay, so this we need to go that. I just want to be able to like go back and forth, and you guys. That's pretty good. Okay. Do you see much difference when I hit those 2 buttons? Do you see much difference at all when I hit those 2 buttons? Premium? Or no, Pro? Premium. Pro? Premium. So what you get on the Premium is you get this bowl here. Now, this diverter is not always down when you start. You have to hit the Squirtle shot. And I think it's 3 times if I remember in the code. And you start Squirtle Squad. And then that drops this diverter down, and then it goes into the bowl. As a like code thing, I don't even know if it's code thing, but like the way that like, okay, if I hit a left shot, say like on Stranger Things, you hit a left ramp, it's gonna go back to the left flipper, and it's gonna roll over this target right here. And I know I gotta pay attention with the flippers so that an unlit lane is then rolled over so that it gets lit. This diverter drops it past that rollover. So you're almost penalized in advancing your... you spelled team, T-E-A-M. And to be honest, I don't remember what happens when you spell that. Oh, you get a ball save. You get a ball save. The ball save changes when you hit your slings. So it's on one side, and then once you hit your slings, it goes to the other side. I'd be interested to see if they change the code to where when you hit your flippers, it does it, because then it gives you a little more control over your ball save. But, like, that is all that... not all. That's actually frustrating to me. That, like, you're being rewarded... You can get more points on this thing during Squirtle Squad, but you're also being penalized to not get... DJM, what's up? You get penalized with not getting a rollover because it drops past it. And that's frustrating to me, I guess. So here on the Pro... Oh, shoot, I just got out of it. And I had it lined up. Hold on, let's do this again. 125. I'm glad that I can finally talk about this. So on the Pro here, it just excuse me. On the Pro, it just drops back down right here, and it, you know, returns to your left flipper. But you get a rollover advancement if you're thinking about that. The other thing you get is on the premium. It's hard to see here, but you see this guy right here. So that's a scoop that lifts up. When you hit your battle targets enough... No, it's not your battle targets. I don't remember what it is, but there's something that happens, and then one side of the battle targets lights up, and it says, hit the purple shot. You have to just hit one of the three. Once you do that, then it says, hit the Poké... So this is the Pokédex shot. It says, hit the Pokédex. Which also, like, maybe I am not aware of new... Yeah, that must be a new Pokédex in the new game. I'm so used to the 90s Pokédex, which is what I was hoping was going to be on there. Once you hit this, which is actually cool because it's a 3-ball captive ball. So you hit this ball, it hits that ball, which then hits that ball, which then hits a target. And you would think, how in the world is that going to happen? But it hits it so hard that it actually goes really fast. So that works really well. So you hit that, and then it says hit the left ramp. Actually, I don't know in the code if on the premium it says scoop, because this will pop up, and then you hit that. And when you're playing the game, the Pokeball covers up. Hey, Indy, how you doing? The Pokeball covers up the scoop, so you really can't see it. So it's kind of like if you did not know that there was a scoop there, you would hit that shot, and that is one moment where you're like, whoa, where did the ball go? But yeah, you hit that shot, and then you collect that Pokemon. Now on the Pro, it's a little bit harder. It's all the same stuff, but on the Pro, there's no scoop there, so you have to at least go up to here. This is actually, I can't think of any other game that has this. If anybody knows, let me know. But this is an actual, like, jump ramp. So it goes over, and then it comes around and back down, right? So instead of it being like a spiral that it goes up, it's just the same height, basically. Maybe a little bit higher. But yeah, it goes up and then down. And the cool thing about that is if you hit this shot but don't make it all the way up, it doesn't come screaming back down to the center, which happens a lot on a lot of, you know, that happens on Stranger Things, that happens on Mandalorian, that happens on a bunch of games where even Godzilla with the left out lane, if you don't make the shot all the way. So that's another, like, user-friendly thing which makes a lot of sense for the crowd that they're trying to get into pinball, where literally you only have to make it to here, and then you have a safe return back to your left in lane. So when you want to capture a ball, or a Pokemon, all you have to do is make it to here, because then you have to, once you hit this this flip, I forget what these are called. It's not a gate. This target, I don't even know what that's called. But you got to flip that thing, and then you'll get your Pokemon. The premium, the Pokeball lights up and it shakes. So this will light up and shake when it's time to capture it, and when I think once you've captured it. Oh, actually, also on the Pro, there is a post. You can't really see it in this picture, but there is a post that pops up here and stops the ball when you capture your Pokemon. So that's cool, like a little moment of you get to look at the screen and see, hey, you caught the Pokemon. So yeah, the only other difference on the premium is there's a magnet right here. Just a simple design. It currently in the code doesn't catch the ball, and I think usually in order to do that, the magnet has to be flush with the playfield. But the magnet is underneath the playfield, and all it does is if you hit up here, it just kind of like shoots it around a little. I mean, it's cool, but imagine like $3,000. Slinger, what's up? Yeah, imagine $3,000 for a magnet. Oh, and then the Pikachu head moves. So on the premium, this head literally just goes 40 degrees back and forth. You get the same mech. You get the same Meowth balloon mech on the Pro and the premium. So it's like, I don't think it's worth an extra $3,000 personally to get a magnet, a head that's moving, a Pokeball that moves, a scoop, and then a toilet bowl that actually doesn't give you an advancement on a rollover, even though you hit successfully a shot and should be rewarded that. So, yeah, dude, sculpts aplenty, man. Look at this. Look at the difference. We were doing this earlier. This is a Pro. This is a premium. Dude, you get the sculpts on the Pro. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand. I was saying this. Skullbox, how's it going? You also a fan of the GBA Pokemon? Excited to give it a try for sure. Yeah. It's a great game. It's a fun game. It's a very accessible game, but I guess I was hoping for something else. I guess they could fix that in code, but like, are they going to? Probably not. Yeah, right. Like, I would buy the Pro, and I was saving up for a premium just in case. But I'm happy, I guess, to know that I'm gonna save $3,000. Like, I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to actually do the math and find out how much more it costs Stern to make a premium over a Pro. Because in my mind, like, I feel like I was telling Slinger this and a couple other people. Yeah, dude, in the Pro, the cat still goes down. This is the same exact mech on the Pro and the premium. So this thing starts up. Once you, I'm trying to remember from a couple days ago. I think once you hit enough battle targets, it comes down. Then you have to bash it enough times, and then it comes back up. And you can't really see it here, but basically once it comes back up, there's an arrow here, blinking red, which obviously they can make it whatever color they want. You hit this shot, and then it goes this way and back down, and you start a multi-ball. It's extremely easy to do, so kids are going to love it. They're going to see that thing come down. They're going to go, oh, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to hit that. Just like in Stranger Things. That thing comes down. Yep, I need to hit that thing, right? So it's a safe move for them. It honestly, if I was working at Stern, this is exactly what I would do too. Even though I was hoping for something more like this. Look at this. Or X-Men, or, you know, something else crazy and interesting. We got a lot more people on here now. I was saying earlier, I talked, so if you don't know, I went to the media day. I'm going to be making a video about it. I talked to Jack Danger about it, and he had a totally different layout for his first Whitewood. George came in on late Whitewood 2, but they told Jack, like, this layout is awesome, but this needs to be way more accessible for, like, the general public. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that they're going to still use Jack's design later on. But yeah, this is a safe move. It's going to sell like crazy. It's going to be really popular on location. Tournament players are going to like it. But yeah, in my mind, it's not worth the $3,000 for things that, I don't really like this. And then, yeah, I like the magnet, and yeah, I like the scoop. I don't really care about the head moving much, because when I'm playing the game, I don't really look at that. And then other than that... Oh yeah, and then the Pokeball moves. Like, it shakes a little bit. That's the only difference! I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, Team Pro all the way. What else? What other questions do you guys have? I mean, I got to play it probably 15 or 20 times. It's currently very Stranger Things code. So you've got a Bulbasaur shot, you have a Squirtle shot, you have a Pikachu shot, and you have a Charmander shot. And currently in the code, I believe it was hitting it 3 times starts that mode, just like Stranger Things. I never got to the point of playing all 4 modes to see if there's like a mini wizard after that. I'm in the code currently. I'm sure there is, but did they talk about how many Pokemon are available? Yes, 182 currently, which is awesome. And they said that's just to begin. There is a Pokedex with Insider Connect. There will not be any trading, which is extremely disappointing, but I also understand that's probably a huge feat to like figure out how to like allow people to trade Pokemon within Insider Connect. There will be no progression saving, which is also very disappointing, to be honest. But also, there's no gym battles. Do not expect Nintendo Pokemon. Do not expect Game Freak Pokemon. They straight up said this is strictly based off of the TV show only. We are staying away from Nintendo. We are staying away from Pokemon Go. Although, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if down the road they somehow find a way to implement even just making locations where a Pokemon Pinball is into a Pokemon Go, you know, location. But yeah, they said, like, do not expect Nintendo Pokemon. Because of licensing issues. Because I guess those are 3 separate entities within the world of the Pokemon company. And handling just licensing alone with just directly the Pokemon company through the TV show is already, like, enough. So I don't know why they wouldn't still do gym battles, because there are gym battles. Like, that's a huge part of the show. Like, you see him doing, you know, catching Pokemon and evolving Pokemon and getting to know his Pokemon more, and then he comes across a gym battle and he battles them and he doesn't beat them, and then he trains harder and eventually is able to beat them and he gets a badge and all that stuff. But like, currently on the playfield, there is like I feel like there should be some sort of like, you know, 8 badges that you can collect, and there's nothing, dude. There are, so he did mention like within Godzilla, there are like, you know, tanks, Tesla Coil or Tesla Strike, Bridge, and your main battle against a monster on every city. And apparently that's going to be like that with this. Only discover, catch, train, and battle. Currently, right now in the code, your battle is the Pikachu shot, and it's Pikachu versus Raichu. So if you hit that shot, it becomes a... if you hit it enough, this guy pops up, catches the ball, it says Pikachu versus Raichu, and then there's like a bunch of yellow shots, and it's a 2-ball multi-ball, and you just have to hit enough shots. But it's kind of like Avengers, where you beat the mode, but then you can still keep hitting shots in order to score more points until you drain down to 1 ball. Although not like Avengers having to then do something to collect. You know how in Avengers, like once you beat the mode, you haven't actually collected the gem. Yeah, I guess when you think about Avengers, like there's a lot that you think you beat a mode and you're like, cool. But then you have to hit a shot to then collect the gem. And then you have to hit another shot to give that gem to a person. So that's a little deep in code. Right here is where you train. Honestly, I didn't do a whole lot with that. I'm not sure how much is in the code. I think these are the 4 regions you can go to, I believe. Water, grass, desert, and... what was it? It was water, grass, desert... and mountain. So you can I didn't have any moments of traveling, but I guess there are currently 4 areas you can go to, and then within those areas, just like Godzilla, there are things to do. So that's kind of cool. I don't know anything, like Flareon didn't come up at all, but like, you know, this is I think people thought this was going to be a Flareon shot. But I really think it currently doesn't seem like it is, and it's just, hey, here's a spot to put a Pokemon, is what it feels like. Because you got Cubone there, too. But yeah, Scoop here is, it's just like Godzilla, where you get these things lit, and then if you hit the Scoop, you can do whatever the things are that are lit. I never did Travel. Mystery I did. Extra Ball I did. And Battle I did. Although, that's interesting because I started a battle without hitting that. Or no, actually, I think if you hit Pikachu... No. I hit Pikachu enough, and then I started a battle because it stops the ball up here. I asked co-op, and they said currently no. They didn't rule it out. They mentioned that it definitely could happen, but it's not at the top of their priority right now. I mean, I can't imagine all the stuff that they're doing in the game right now, right? But yeah, they said I will say I'm impressed at what the code is right now, because we all know what it's like to get a brand new game and be like, man, there's nothing to do in this game. Like, there's definitely stuff to do in the game. I didn't do anything with this rocket here and lighting anything, and I also didn't get to anything with the Mewtwo here. But let's see, that's Mewtwo, that is Charizard, and that's Lucario, right? And then that's just Pokeballs. The LE's cool. You do get a shooter rod with the LE. I guess we could download that here. Hold on. Actually, do they have one for the... Yeah, here we go. Let's pull up the LE. Pants LE. So, the LE's cool. I'm not against purple, but... I guess it's maybe not my favorite. The cool thing is with Spike 3, like, man, they really are... there already is Beyond Gen 1 in the game. There's, like, Lucario, which is not Gen 1. There's... I'm trying to remember what were they... Yeah, there's 182 right now that you can collect. And then they said they're adding more. Also, another thing that they said is Pokemon Company. Well, first off, all of the art is done by the Pokemon Company. So this is not... None of this art was done by anyone in-house at Stern. They mentioned that the Pokemon Company is very excited about this game and has really big plans for this game. They said probably about a year from now. People asked, like, okay, so like Pokemon Go? And they're like, we can't say anything. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to incorporate Pokemon Go into this game. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game. I mean, let's take a look at Junkyard here just to show you what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen this, it's basically... It's a horrible photo. Okay. You know, it's not quite the same. It's a little more circular up here. But you got 3 targets here. You got 3 targets here. You have a bash toy. And then past the bash toy is like a area where you can shoot the ball, right? So it is very reminiscent of Junkyard in many ways. Yeah. For those who are newer here or weren't here when I was saying it, it reminds me of like putting Stranger Things Junkyard together with you know, Pokemon assets. Yeah, it's a cool game. It's an exciting opportunity to see more people get into Pokemon. If I had the money right now, I would get the Pro, and I would probably honestly bring it home for maybe I would put it on location right away. Like, because it's going to make tons of money, dude. Like, Stranger Things is very accessible. That makes a lot of money. This is going to make more money than Stranger Things by far. Because, I mean, how many people are fans of Stranger Things? How many Stranger Things fans are there in the world? I don't know how accurate this is going to be. 1.2 billion views. Okay, so I guess we could say at least 1.4 or 1.2 billion. But then, you know, you got multiple people watching that. But I think Pokemon... How many? Oh, God. And then we'll get back to playing some pinball here. How many Pokemon fans are there in the world? No, I don't want AI mode. Go away. 24. No, that's not right. They're in the billions. This is absolutely incorrect. Yeah. They had stats on it there, and it was like, I think, over 2 billion Pokemon fans in the world. Yeah, big year for Pokemon. It's the 30th anniversary. Like, part of me thinks, like, man, I should really get on the hype of what this game is going to be, buy it now, and it'll pay itself off. But I can't do that right now. Any other questions you guys have? Oh, one other thing. There is, I don't think we mentioned it, there is like a sneak in right here. And it's basically just like a, I believe, I didn't look in there, but I think it's just a saucer. So it goes in there, you get a Psyduck sneak in, and then it spits it back out again. So the shots from left to right are that Psyduck. And then this is actually a cool shot. It's very James Bond or Stranger Things. You hit this shot, it goes all the way up, comes back down to the right. And then this shot, like we said, it is a jump. So it jumps over, comes up, comes back down. Toilet bowl there on the premium, which you have to hit it 3 times to make that diverter happen. And then again, because it's a jump, if you only make it like up to say here, it'll come back down and still safely come back to your left flipper, which I love that. And then you got your middle shot, 3 targets here, 3 targets here. Bash toy in the middle that comes down once you hit it enough. 2 pop bumpers, 1 right here, 1 right here. Off your plunge, it comes up, it hits this thing, and then there's a skill shot with a lit shot. If you hold your left flipper, just like a lot of sterns, it'll come up, go down and around, and then you have like a bunch of red shots. And if you hit one of the red shots, you get a super secret skill shot. There's a shot up the middle here. It goes around and back down here. There is a captive ball here. It hits that, and then that hits that, and then that hits that. And it actually happens very fast. And then this typical standard Gomez ramp feels really good. It feels like a Lord of the Rings ramp. It feels like a Monster Bash ramp. Comes up, comes back down. Honestly, there's a lot of times where like I hit it up here and I was like, oh, that's not gonna make it. It's gonna come back down. And I feel like that happens a lot with Gomez designs for some reason. He's just the king of like making a ramp work even though it feels and looks like it's not. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like Monster Bash and Lord of the Rings are 2 of them I can think of right off the top of my head, where like you hit this ramp and you're like, there's no way that's gonna make it. But it's a lot shallower of a ramp than I guess you thought, and so there's enough momentum and it just makes it. And then this is just a full orbit here. It comes up and around. If this thing isn't up, it'll, you know, come back down here. That or else it'll go up, it'll come around, it'll come back down. And then you got to scoop on the right. Super standard, you know, you got your Italian bottom on the bottom play field. Very, very typical, simple, easy layout. Very accessible. Newcomers are going to love it. It's going to sell like crazy. I, as a person who, you know, loves these types of games, is a little I'm a little disappointed, I guess you could say. But I'm not against fan layouts. I want to lay that record right now. The Beamy doesn't, if it doesn't play like Nintendo, you don't know if it will sell. It plays great. It plays really well. You do collect Pokemon. You train them. I haven't seen the term evolve yet, but I'm sure you will. They probably just don't have it in the code yet. But I don't know if they have a difference between training and evolving. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm not against fan layouts. Like I said, I own a Stranger Things. I own a Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Those are both fan layouts. But there's nothing like that, right? Other than the draining part. There's no like repeatable shot where you can just loop it over and over and over again, which is I'm a big fan of. In Pinball, Godzilla has it. Foo Fighters has it. Yeah, I guess you could say Avengers does, although it's a ramp, but it's a repeatable shot. Does Jaws have a loopable shot? I actually don't think it does. But yeah, I guess I'm just a big fan of like loopable shots, and you don't get that with a fan layout, right? So, yeah. Any other questions? Happy to answer. Dirty Pool Pinball and I are we're gonna do a breakdown of it. You can't do it today though, so maybe we'll be doing it, I don't know, Sunday or something like that. Oh, shoot. I thought I turned that off. Sorry. I was playing Pokemon, guys. I was pretending like I was playing Pokemon. Well, I better not get to the final wizard mode on this game then, because I won't have it recorded. Yeah, I think the final wizard on Pokemon is going to be I think they said like battling Mewtwo, I believe. So, but yeah, I get it. Like I said, I'm gonna say that over and over again. It's a smart move. It's a safe bet. If I were running that company, I would do the same thing, even though I prefer more interesting, intricate designs. So I guess in a little bit, like I do feel relieved because I wasn't going to be able to buy it right away because I'm currently only freelancing, and that's, you know, all the money that I saved up is helping pay for the bills. So yeah, I guess I'm a little bit relieved that it's not necessarily like a layout that I'm like, oh my god, I have to get this. Like, I feel like that with King Kong. I feel like that now with X-Men, although for a long time, like most of us, X-Men was like, wow, it's super cool, but I'm trash at it, right? Like, I just recently have started to get X-Men to the point of like I can flow and get further along in the game than usual. Plus the code update that they made is definitely made it better. But yeah, the code already is at a good spot on Pokemon. They did say the topper is gonna come out way sooner, so we don't have to wait a year. Although I don't care about toppers personally. I would rather save that money and buy another Pokemon, or buy another pinball machine. Yeah, if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer. I know that there is a lot of people out there already talking about it, posting their stuff. I didn't have any content built because literally,
Always happy to have another food.
oh dude, it was a great time. They treated me very well. I'm gonna turn my volume up here because I realized I turned that down. No, not unnecessary at all. Stern's amazing. Stern, I mean, like, dude, I feel like there's a big part of me that's like, I don't know. I only got invited because Retro Ralph, he was doing he accidentally did a live podcast. He accidentally hit the live button, and he also did it to Facebook, which is, you know, one of the worst places to live stream. But I asked him, I was like, hey, any chance you could put a bug in Stern's ear and get me to come to the media day? And he was like, dude, you should just email Jack Danger, or message Jack Danger, like, you guys talk. God, that was bad. I'm gonna take these headphones off. He was like, yeah, you guys talk, you should just message him. So I did, and then he said, get a hold of Zach Sharp, so I did, and they gave me an invite, which is awesome. So, but it was very last minute. But also, like, that is kind of how you get in. Like, you get in because you know someone else that's there, and they recommend you and all that stuff. So, I'm really hoping that I can go to the future media days. It was not, you know, we were there, or I was there from like 8:30 a.m. till like, I was supposed to leave at 6:30, and I stayed until 7:45. And the reason why I haven't put any content together to, you know, be releasing right now is because I drove back that same night, and then yesterday I had to return my rental car because right now we're down to one car, so we got a rental car for me to go. So I had to return my rental car that morning, and then I had to work a gig yesterday morning, and then I went to Lit and got some footage of Winchester. and then I went to Up Down and just played some cheap games there. And then I had a gig last night. So I haven't had any time to put together a video. Which is fine, you know. I'm not going to be, I guess, getting the first look at things like all the other people will be. But I'll still be putting together a video, and if you guys want to, when I put it out, do all the likes and shares and stuff, that'd be helpful. And if you're not following me on YouTube yet, it's just MN Retro Gamer. Yeah. But, all around, it's a great game. It's just not quite, I guess, for me. Like, Stranger Things, if I'm honest, is like, you guys saw it. I had it here for what? A month and a half? And I was like, man, I want Foo Fighters back. So I put Stranger Things on location and I brought Foo Fighters here. Oh my god, I'm playing like shit. Winchester is amazing. I think I found a bug in it though. I emailed them. Hold on, I'm gonna take my hoodie off. It's getting hot. Oh, also, Punk Rock Pinball. These guys are awesome. They gave me a t-shirt. They were there. Yeah, Punk Rock Pinball are really, really great people. They do a podcast, and they're great. So, thank you, Punk Rock Pinball. Yeah, the code bug that I think I found in Winchester was, it happened twice. It didn't matter what kind of multi-ball you were in. If you drained, and then if you hit the left shot to lock a ball at the same time, it thought that all of the balls drained and just ended the game. So I gave them a call and let them know. Okay. I'm gonna restart. Get focused. Probably play one more game here. I know that, you know, more of what today was about was talking pinball, Pokemon pinball than anything. So don't expect a wizard mode from me today.
That was a close one. A great sequence in the heat. I hope I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a cool shirt. They just gave it to me. Super nice of them. They're starting to do like a lot of the tournament, like an alternative tournament, which is pretty cool. The thing that I like about pinball is like it seems like there's so little competition. Like even Kale brought this up on the Electric Bat Arcade that they're like, dude, the more places that have pinball is just like more opportunities for more people to get into it, and you know, who knows if maybe that means they'll find out about us and they want to come to our place, and you know, it's like they're like, we don't really feel competition. Oh, AIQ deep dive tip. What was it that I said? Or did you just watch the video from Electric Bat? Yeah, they go over like everything in that game. All right, there we go. Boom. Ooh. Ah! Indomie ramen noodles. Nice. Yeah, the video. Nice. In VPN world, it's competitive, although it's not huge. The competition is good. Yeah, I could see, like, that's a totally different thing of, like, you're trying to compete for people to buy your product, where arcades are like, no, we don't need to compete with other arcades. Like, there's enough.
Button is ready to go.
games and players, and we want to get more people into the hobby. So, like, you know, if a place 20 minutes from us also has pinball, like, we find that as a benefit towards us than something that causes them to get less income, right? So they think, you know, that's great. Let's get more people into pinball, which I think is awesome. All right, one more here. Woo! Sorry, I shouldn't be so loud.
Get to your lord now.
All right, extra ball is lit. We got it. We have a multi-ball ready. Ho ho ho. Okay, I'm Santa Claus. Damn. Okay. Ramen noodles is a lifestyle. Sent it to your friend. He listened to it all at once and ran into him playing it and went to practice. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, they did a lot to help understand more of the game. They do it for a lot of games, actually. But I mean, they just started. It's a new thing that they're doing. Like, I think they've probably done John Wick, X-Men. I think they've only done John Wick, X-Men, and AIQ so far. Trying to remember. I'm trying to think if they've done any others. I did mention to Kale, I was like, hey, if you guys ever do a Foo Fighters one, give me a call and put me on it. Because I have made a 40-minute walkthrough by memory of the rules of Foo Fighters. Oh, Area 51's ready. Okay. Also, I saw that Joel from Flippin' Out just did a YouTube tutorial also for Foo Fighters. He makes great videos. Your chats aren't going through on Twitch for some reason. I just read it. Like, you don't see them coming through? Oh, you're on YouTube, though. I see. That's weird. Can somebody else on Twitch try chatting right now?
Now let's get that overlord.
Anybody? Nice t-shirt! You were on Twitch. I'm just saying anybody else. Indie chat, or Moritashi, chit chat. Huh, okay. Slinger's chatting. Try again, Indy. Sometimes you gotta get out of it and back in it, I think. Yeah, this shirt was given to me, Lauren, from Punk Rock Pinball. It's a cool shirt. You missed us talking about Pokemon, though. Damn, I had the mini wizards lit. Yep, Chicago Bob's on. You typed about Pokemon too much for the day already, yeah. You already heard all my thoughts. Okay, one more game. Man, I gotta fix that Switch. It came in the mail. I just haven't fixed it yet. The Kafoom. I got a new Kafoom. Or not, actually not the Kafoom, just the Switch underneath the playfield. Or the Kafoom. Lauren, what do you think about Pokemon though? Like, if you had the money to buy it right now, would you buy it? And the space and all that, you know. And if it was completely accepted within your relationship to be like, hey, we're buying another pinball machine. If money was no object. 100% no buy, yeah. Because it's a fan layout? Honestly, that was trash. Honestly, more the reason why I would buy it is to put it on location and make money on it. But like, it still would probably take, I'm guessing, 2 years to pay itself off. I do debate like maybe selling Stranger Things to have the money to buy it. But also, like, I don't really want to get rid of Stranger Things. Honestly, I just don't want to get rid of any pinball machine. Like, except for when I got rid of Blackjack. That, I was completely okay with getting rid of. And I'm actually glad because apparently they play it on tournament at NPC quite a bit. Like, I have hopped on to their streams and like they're regularly playing the Blackjack that I sold them. So it seems like it's getting a lot more love than how much I was getting it. Blackjack is a really fun game, but it is not really that fun of a game by yourself. It needs to be on a tournament. Space Gazette is the object. That was a bad drain. Yeah, that was a horrible drain. Space Cadet? What are you talking about? Which would make sense. Yeah, I do have a location with kids. Like the American Legion, there are quite a few kids that come through there, and they play pinball a lot. So Pokemon would. I don't know why I'm not. I'm talking. I'm not playing. You're looking forward to seeing Elwin manages to get Fallout Vault door working in his Fallout machine. Dude, literally when I saw the leak for Pokemon, I was like, saving my money for an Elwin. You're watching Arcade Legacy's tournament last night. They already have the kids playing their tournaments and are really excited about getting more kids in with Pokemon. I bet. You don't know anything about the machine or the design, you have no insider info. That's weird, man. Have you reset Twitch, Andy? Because everyone else's chat's coming through. Make sure it's up to date. Like, you don't need an update or anything? Or are you on a computer? This is already ball 3. I'm playing like crap today. Mainly because we're talking Pokemon and I'm not thinking about playing. I just have to say it feels like Jack Danger got everything that is who he is as a designer, like, stripped from him. That's what Pokemon Pinball feels like. Sorry. Jeez. Oh, I got a ball save. Like, the Electric Bat had a question when they did a video where they walked through like the leaked footage of Pokemon, and then asked Surge asked Kale how much, you know, George Gomez took over, how much of this design do you feel is Jack Danger and how much do you feel is George? And they were like, this feels like 20% of it is Jack Danger. Now, it really is mostly Jack Danger, but it is Jack Danger with a caveat of we have to completely change the layout from what you originally were thinking. So, But again, I get it. It's Pokemon. It needs to be accessible. It needs to sell. It's the biggest IP in the world. I get it. I get it. I'm just sad. It's like somebody died. I will say it does not feel like you're playing a Jack Danger game. It doesn't at all. It feels like you're playing a John Borg, George Gomez game with no hard shots. It's like if John Borg and George Gomez put a game together, and maybe Brian Eddy gave a couple insights. Actually, not really John Borg, because John Borg's known for like really hard shots, and there's like no hard shots in the game. Yeah, I guess Brian Eddy and George Gomez, like, or Barry Ausler if he was still alive, because he did Junkyard. It doesn't feel like this. It doesn't feel like X-Men at all. No, we had the super jackpot lit. Okay. R.I.P. Barrio. How you doing, Boots?
Don't play that.
Okay, you're on your PC. That's weird. Sometimes you think art and sometimes you think commerce. Yeah. I mean, again, I get it. It's... I just really hope that we don't only get like fan layouts from here on out from Stern, except for Elwyn. Like, although I do have an update. I did ask Jack Danger, because he said that he's doing like a series where he builds a game, and it's going to be like a video series where he builds a game, and you know, from beginning to end. And I asked him, I was like, is it going to be like commercially available, or is it just like you're just doing this thing? And he's like, oh no, yeah, we'll make it commercially available, like you'll be able to buy it. So that gives me hope that like, okay, they're like giving full reign for him to like still be Jack Danger in the designer world. Because I mean, man, did you guys see the video he posted of like a Whitewood, and like it had like some of the wildest shots I've ever seen, and I wonder if I can find it.
To be continued.
8 flipper layout. Stern the only pin company left? No. Actually, there's more pinball companies now than like ever. You got Stern, you got Jersey Jack, you have Spooky Pinball, you have Barrels of Fun, you have Turner Pinball, you have American Pinball, you have Pinball Brothers, technically Dutch, but that's a whole thing right now. Am I missing any guys? Oh, Chicago Gaming Company, or yeah, Chicago Gaming Company. Yeah, we said Pinball Brothers. I think those are like a lot of the big ones. Hexa, that's right. You got Hexa. How's it going, Jerry? Hexa is like a French company that's starting to make... People are starting to notice them. They have a game called Space Hunt, I believe. Is there any others? So no, Stern is not. Stern is definitely the biggest. Shoot, we're gonna add. Yeah, Stern is definitely the biggest. I'll wait until the commercials get done here.
Get that overlord now.
Give me a ball save! Give me a ball save! Yes, Stern does make more than any other games combined. Or companies. Whoops. Some of the games are recreations of Brazilian games. That's cool. Sorry, YouTube. I'm not talking much right now because we're in a commercial. I am getting a lot better at that right ramp, dude.
Ooh, that was a close one. Sonic Radio.
Ah!
Maybe it's just a few of those.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Almost.
Selling yourself back.
Okay.
Value boosted.
Yeah. Ah! Not good enough, though. There.
People, join us.
I could have saved that. Could have definitely saved that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. They were asking. Oh yeah, Pedretti is making them. We were talking about Stern. They are the biggest pinball company. They make literally thousands and thousands of games every year. Where like a company like Spooky, who are, you know, killing it. They're making some really awesome games. They make, you know, like the newest one, they're making 999 total. And that will probably, I don't know, be over the course of at least a year, if not more. So yeah. Stern, oh, that was another thing. I got to do another factory tour at Stern. Mainly because my brother was with me. He was my +1 for it. And he never got to do the tour. So he did the tour with me. And the cool thing is the whole entire factory was shut down because they were getting ready to turn over for Pokemon. So it was quiet in there. We had Kyle do the tour with us, which Kyle, like, if you know who he is, he's the guy that does like all the videos for like Stern's Academy for like repair and stuff like that. Really cool guy. But yeah, we got to like go into areas of the factory that usually there's like a line that says like don't cross this. So we got to go in there because nobody was there. So that was really cool. But he what was it? Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, he mentioned there are 400 employees on the Stern factory floor, and then there's another 100 employees. Another 100 employees, like working in the offices of Stern. So like, when people, I'm playing like trash. When people complain about, oh man, all these boutique companies are like doing some of the coolest stuff and like adding all of this cool stuff and blah 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 blah, and like, why can't Stern do that? It's like, we've been summoned. You got to think about it in the mindset of like, you've got 500 plus employees that you have to pay every single 2 weeks, like, or however often they do their pay scale. So yeah, that's why Pokemon is a fan layout, and it's very acceptable to a newer pinball player. So that's why Star Wars is like that. Like, they're not gonna take major risks on these giant IPs that they get the chance to acquire. Like, Spooky, I think, is like, there's like Luke and Bug, and then they recently hired another coder. But like, Luke and Bug handle a lot of the like design and manufacturing, and like, you know, I'd say they probably have a maximum of like maybe 15 people, but probably not even 15. So like, imagine paying for the salary of that compared to 500 plus people, right? So that's what you're gonna get with Stern. But like, also Stern like has a system down that works, and they know it works. And I mean, Insider Connect is super cool, and like, their games do play really well, and they have like really good feel on the flipper and stuff like that. So safe, high quality products, except for the metal. To be honest, Stern's metal, especially end of stroke switches, are garbage. They're trash. Can't tell you how many end of stroke switches I have had to replace on my Sterns, but like my Sega Jurassic Park, I have never, like, I've owned the longest. Of course, I drained right after beating it. Sega Jurassic Lost Part, Jurassic World The Lost. Sega The Lost World Jurassic Park. I've never had to do an end of stroke switch replacement, and like, those things are like beefy steel, where modern Sterns, they're like, stop stroking. Sorry. No. Rim shot. Now, what kind of stroking were we talking about? Well, like, yeah, I've had to replace on all of my modern Sterns the EOS switch, because they're these really shitty aluminum that just break. Like, they're not great. So, ooh, you see that save? But like, Stern games are fun to play, man. And like, their code, like, they're definitely, for the most part, even if it's like not that in-depth or fun of a layout, they still even make it fun with code. So, yeah. You need a hot tub stream. Oh boy. Shoot. Can you imagine hot tub pinball? Like, what would that look like? Like, there's a pinball machine on the outside of... A pinball machine, like, on the outside of the hot tub, and then you just, like... You like, look over and play a game? Or is it, like, it's outside of the machine, or outside of the hot tub, and you have to, like, get out of the hot tub to play it, and maybe it's like during the winter where it's cold, and so like the longer, maybe it's like a rule where like the longer you stay playing a game, the more like hot tub points you get, or something. Like, I should stop talking. Okay. Sorry. We're doing a future spa over here. Woo! Dude, Ian from Nudge Magazine was at the Pokemon thing. And there were so many times, like, he loves to, like, really nudge. I mean, it's Nudge Magazine, right? But, like, I mean, like, rip the machine like that, you know? Like, these brand new Pokemon at the Stern place. He was just, like, ripping the machine, and it was hilarious. Got a few cans of Chernobyl. Level of humidity, yeah, that wouldn't be good. Have to play pinball underwater. Swim up bar with pinball. I like that. Okay, last game. And then we're done. Lauren, did you say the reason why you 100% would not buy Pokemon Pinball? Is it just because it looks too safe? Like you want a more interesting layout? Charizard is the devil. That's why. You ain't gonna have nothing to do with devil. Get behind me, Satan. Yeah. I am not playing good today. You want Zombie Yeti art. You'd rather own a ton of other fan layouts. Okay. I will say, though, out of the fan layouts, I think that this is one of the more fun ones to shoot. But also, I could see potentially the Meowth thing getting annoying. Like, in Stranger Things, the biggest thing is, like, hitting your left and right shots to advance your modes to get further in the game. Where, yes, you also do need to get the Demogorgons, like, that's part of the game. But, it does also feel kind of like an afterthought compared to the ramps and getting your modes done. So, like, sometimes when you get the Demogorgon, as, like, someone who has owned it for, what, 3 or 4 months now, you're like, ugh, the Demogorgon again, like... It kind of gets in the way of your shots. Jeez, playing like trash. Oh, we're so spoiled, dude. We have some of the best games coming out, and then we have, especially in Minneapolis, like, so many collectors that are willing to share, and so many arcades that are buying these really stupid expensive games that are rare, like Winchester. And putting it on location, you know, like, yeah, we're very, very spoiled. So I don't want to, like, bitch too much about Pokemon. Okay, that was a trash game, I'm sorry. The new machines being built aren't getting worse, for the most part. What I am seeing is less and less of a... Actually, this is a question to give to the chat before we leave. Do you feel like they're... Between the Pro and the Premium, are they doing more for the Pros? Are they doing less for the Premiums? Or is it kind of a balance of both of those? I feel like there's probably a little bit of a balance between Pro and Premium, and... They're definitely putting more in the Pros. I mean, like, you get full sculpts on the Pro for Pokemon. That's pretty incredible. But yeah, there's fewer and fewer differences, and it's making it harder and harder in my mind to buy a Premium. But, yeah. Sending an LE to Minneapolis. You're sending an LE to Minneapolis? Did you sell one, Indy? Was it for a home collector, I'm guessing? They can't keep getting crap for flat plastics at Stern. Yeah, but like I understand why they do the flat plastics, because it's way cheaper, right? Like, so I'm just trying to figure out how are they justifying the difference in price between a pro and a premium? Because I mean, let's. For Starcade, got it. Okay, yeah. Where's Starcade at? Are they going to be reopening anytime soon? So I had these two up earlier, Lauren. So here's the Pro. Pro, Premium. Oh, let me line them up to make more sense. Right? Oh, those aren't lined up at all. Hold on. That's the LE. We don't need to look at the LE. None of us are getting the LE. We all know. But that ain't happening. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Pro. Premium. Pro. Premium. Pro. Premium. Like, you know, it's almost like, it is almost like that meme with Pam from The Office where it's like, what's the difference between these two pictures? And she's like, they're the same picture. I mean, obviously you get the toilet bowl thing, which earlier, Lauren, I was saying, as someone who really likes to like upgrade my in lanes and out lanes by rolling over and paying attention to that, like that keeps me very interested. Like if you hit this left ramp, when the diverter isn't there, it does drop down here and it rolls over that, right? But then once that diverter gets up, it goes through here and then it doesn't hit the rollover. It goes past the rollover. And now, Jason was saying, you know, they could fix that in code that like if you hit this, it'll give you spot a shot for whatever is there. I would appreciate that. Because it almost feels like you're being penalized for hitting a shot and then not getting that upgrade. Because if you spell all of this, you get a ball save on the left or the right lane, which is a big deal. So, personally, I'm pro all day on this. Is one or two better, right? Yeah, they want them to all have the same gameplay, which I get, but like, I feel like I was saying this in a group chat earlier. I feel like I just missed the era of pros and premiums where there was a significant difference between the two. Foo Fighters with an upper playfield. Jaws with an upper playfield. Like, I don't know if they're ever going to go back to like designing an upper playfield that is only in the premium, because like in my mind an upper playfield is like a huge thing. Well, yeah, Black Knight, but Black Knight came out before Jaws, didn't it? But like we have yet to in the past couple of years have any games where between the pro and the premium there is a significant difference in what is on the playfield. Even King Kong, man, like sure, you get a physical ball lock, but like the exact playfield is there. There's no additional playfield where you hit the shot and it goes up there kind of a thing. Aerosmith has an upper playfield on the premium. There's quite a few, right? Can't move the iron letters. Yeah. Yeah, actually that does kind of piss me off on Avengers, but I get it. Then you got to hit the spinner and then you can do it, right? But I actually don't pay as much attention to that. But it is a little frustrating to me that I can't. It also bothers me like on Deadpool on the skill shot, which again, it's like a totally different mindset, and I do get it. You can't get your skill shot up on the top. You can't move it once you've plunged. So you just have to choose which one you think it's going to be and hope that you get the 25% chance that that's the one you are. Now, there's a little nudging you can do, sure, but Yeah. Kong is the same. X-Men's the same, other than, you know, the Sentinel that goes up and down. And that's another thing, right? You still get a sculpt in X-Men, you just don't get the arms, which honestly I'd prefer to not have the arms because I don't want that to break the wire form, and then it almost always goes straight down the middle, which sucks, especially when you're flowing well. This is like the eye doctor, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a hard skill shot. It's basically a 25% chance almost. I almost always do the far right because it seems like it bounces over there the most, but not as much. Yeah, dude, X-Men wireform breaking is a pain. When I was flowing really well on OBs and I got 770 million the other day, I did lose the ball one of the times from the wireform breaking, and it just brought it right down the middle. It's just like things that are cool in like pinball moments that are cool, but then they penalize you. I'm just like, meh, I'd rather just turn that off. Same thing with Stranger Things, left ramp on a premium. Like, cool, we get to put that ball against the back wall, but then like you try to hit it with a left flipper backhanded, and it's just not enough to get up there. And so you're like, most people just end up turning that off anyway. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if we're ever going to see the difference between a pro and a premium where there is an upper playfield again, or if it's just not cost effective anymore for them. It just feels like the difference between pros and premiums are becoming less and less. Personally, myself with X-Men, I'd buy a pro. Yes, is it cool that the head goes up and down, but it's not enough of a pinball moment for me for it to be worth it. There's no physical ball lock on the premium compared to the pro. And then the wire forms in the finger, I'd prefer to not have. Sopranos, yeah, with all the... there's like that swear mode where they just say the F word like a million times. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to head out. Hear you out. Lower vault playfield on Fallout. Absolutely, dude. I know that some people don't like lower playfields. I love lower playfields, except for Munsters. I would buy a pro over premium. I played the Munsters premium at Blanebrook, and I got the lower playfield, and it's not that fun. It's not a good layout or design. That would be a really cool lower playfield. Yeah, that makes total sense. You better email Elwin and be like, hey, if you haven't put this in the game yet, get on it. You don't like lower playfields, but if anyone can change your mind, it's Elwin. What about the lower playfield on not Walking Dead, Evil Dead? I think that's a good lower playfield. I also don't mind the lower playfield on Busted Chops. How's it going? I don't mind the lower playfield. Oh, wait, you raid me? Shoot! Oh, Grown Up Adjacent raided. What's up, dude? Dude, Grown Up Adjacent and I got to hang out at, yeah, Avatar, that's the one. Grown Up Adjacent and I got to hang out at Stern, for the Pokemon pinball thing. Grown Up Adjacent, now that you can talk about it, if you're still here, I know usually you have to go right straight to work. Let me know your thoughts on Pokemon Pinball. I always get your name wrong. Jay Biscuity. Is that right?
It's a trap!
You don't like the lower playfield on Avatar, Lauren. Interesting. Okay. You want to blast off again. Johnny Button, how you doing? Jay Biscuity, okay. Well, now that you rated, I guess we'll play one more game. You thought it felt good. You like how I was able to hit shots consistently, and rants, I think you mean ramps, weren't rejecting. So that's the level. So that's the level of player. You admit, you are. I think AMIT felt it spoke to you because you were able to find ways into the code. Cool. You do have to go. You hop on a bit once you're at work. Well, I also am leaving soon, but because you rated me, we're going to play another game. Yes, Punk Rock Pinball gave me this shirt. Also, they're awesome. Thank you so much for that. Oh, text-to-speech. Nice. Well, let's play one game. My thoughts, I'm going to give them straight up. I initially was extremely disappointed when I heard that it was a fan layout. The more that I thought about it, though, and you know, learned, I knew that Pokemon was the biggest IP in the world. I didn't know it was. That was trash. We're gonna start over. I'm gonna talk. See you later, Lauren, if you're heading out. I didn't know that Pokemon was bigger than Nintendo, Harry Potter. What were the other ones? Grown Up Adjacent, if you're still here. It was Nintendo, Harry Potter, a couple other really big... Oh, Star Wars, and then there was a fourth one. I forgot what they said, combined. So, thinking about it as a business... Oh, Hello Kitty. Wait, really? Is that what they said? Thinking about it, for strictly business, like, yeah, you gotta have a acceptable, like a welcoming machine that is easy to understand, easy to shoot, easy to, you know, I was hoping because it was Jack Danger that started it, that it would be something like Foo Fighters, or it'd be something like X-Men, where it's just like all of these really cool, crazy shots. Little insider information, that is originally what it was going to be. Jack Danger mentioned at the event that, yeah, he did like some crazy, you know Jack Danger Designs, he's all about crazy, weird shots. So that, the Whitewood one was that. It was all these crazy shots. But then, basically, he was told, like, hey, this is super cool. We love this, but it needs to be more user-friendly because this is the biggest IP in the world, and obviously the biggest IP that they've ever made. So, like, we need it to be more accessible. Which, I get it. I totally get it. As like a business, that makes total sense. But I do also feel like I'm grieving a little bit the fact that it was gonna be like what I was hoping it was gonna be, which was like this really cool, intricate layout that, like, you know, when you play Jack Danger shots and you're like, wow, that shot connected to that shot and it flowed to that shot, and you know, but it does shoot really well. It does have really good flow. The way that I describe it, Grown Up Adjacent, I don't know if you're still here, is if you were to take Stranger Things and Junkyard and put them together, that's what you're getting with Pokemon. Yeah. It's bigger than Mickey Mouse and Disney. I think that was the other one that they said was Disney. Yeah, I hope it gets repurposed. Yeah, I really do hope. Another thing that Jack Danger said when I was there is I asked him about I asked him about, you know how he said he's making like a video series where he walks through making a full, from the beginning concept and design to, like, that was trash, a finished project. he's and I asked him, I'm like, so you're gonna make this, and it's gonna be a fully finished machine. Are you gonna be able to have it be like available to the public? And he said, oh yeah, we're gonna sell it. So that's exciting to me that like Jack Danger isn't done with designing. He does have a different role, but like he still posts stuff all the time of him like messing around with stuff. So like I don't think we're done with Jack Danger making games. But yeah, Pokemon Pinball shoots really well. It's gonna kill on location. It's gonna kill in sales. Like, in the words of Gary Stern, he's like, I don't know anything about pinball or pinball. Please do not take that and spread it around the internet. I don't know anything about Pokemon, he said. But he's like, but this is like a game that I could buy for my grandkids, and I will be like the hero of the household. So he's like, this is a grandpa game. Like, you buy this for the grandkids, and like they love you for it, kind of a thing, you know? So, no, yeah, Gary Stern doesn't know anything about pinball, guys. That guy has no idea what he's doing. I can't believe I accidentally said that. I know they're getting closer. But I suck. Ah. Also, what did grown-up adjacent play today? Ooh, we got Area 51 already. Nice. Actually did not know that that was ready. We got an extra ball lit. Guys, I've been getting, like, literally shots away from the final wizard mode on this thing every day. It is infuriating how close I've been getting. There we go. Alright. Roswell's done. Seattle's done. We gotta get these extra balls. Got the extra ball. Woo! Oh. It's close. What is other people's thoughts about Pokemon so far that you've seen? I know you gotta play it, but what do you think about it? What do you think about the layout? What do you think about... you know, there is a Pokedex. I'm excited about that. There's supposed to be 182 Pokemon that you can capture, apparently, which is cool. Right ramp to Captain Ball here. If money was no object, would you buy Pokemon Pinball? And if you did, which one would you get? Super jackpot. Oh, that's right. I'm in two. I think I'm in 2 multi-balls right now. It's over. Oh no, it's not over. I had a ball locked. Right ramp? Okay. It's not cool, man. Dude, what the hell? I got the right ramp. Do I have to get it twice because I'm in 2 different multi-balls? That makes no sense. I got the right ramp, dude. Supposed to be right ramp to captive ball for the super jackpot. In quarters. No, I've paid for it in $4,000 though. And a drum set. Okay, we have Combotron ready. We have Sonic Radio going, which is great. So I need to not do that. All right. Johnny Flash said, all of Gen 1? I believe so. They said 182. So I'm not sure how many. You'd buy the Pro, put it on location. Yeah. Layout is junkyard, basically, with... Yeah. Not your cup of tea. Let's see. Clip that. You heard it here. I'm losing it. I should take that video and just post it. Man, he knows nothing about pinball. Theme, not a draw. However excites you, go figure. Interesting. Okay. Although you can't hear me right now because we're in a thing. You would buy a Pro, put it on location. It looks like a $7,000. What did you say? Oh yeah, $7,000 Target lunchbox. Interesting. Looks, yeah, it does kind of look like a, yeah. I think they're going for the 90s vibe though. You know, I think that was their intention. Bummer. Okay. See, for me, the theme really speaks to me because growing up, I was a big-time Pokemon kid. I know that I'll eventually get Pokemon. Like, it's gonna happen. I'll probably... I don't know. Part of me is like... I'll wait until you guys are done with chat, with the commercials. Nice. Whoop. Okay. Yep. Trying to intentionally not start the Combotron until I'm in a mode. I know that I have, oh! I should have done a little boop. You did send it. Okay, we're back from. Okay, we were talking about Pokemon Pinball. Yes, it does look very 90s. It does look very McDonald's, lunchbox, all that stuff. I totally agree. Ooh. Come on. Yeah, I would buy the Pro. To me, it is not worth $3,000 for the very few additional things that you get in the game, and in my mind, stuff that I don't necessarily like. Like, I don't like the toilet bowl thing, mainly because it slows the game down and it takes away from an in-lane rollover opportunity. Is that a big deal? Wait, I wasn't gonna do, shoot, I wasn't gonna do this. I was gonna do a mode. Because now I have to hit 3 more white shots again before I start Combotron. I'm not sure if that's a big deal to a lot of other people, but like as a tournament player, I want as many opportunities to, like, if I hit a shot, I want to be rewarded for that shot. And when you get the diverter to the bowl, it doesn't allow you to do a in-lane rollover to spell team. And so I'm like, well, I feel like that's kind of taking away from an opportunity to be rewarded for getting a shot, you know? Is it the end of the world? No. Could they fix it in code? Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone honestly will ever complain about that, though. I don't see anybody ever complaining about that. It's probably a really niche thing for me to care about. But if you're given like the opportunity to choose what your in-lane rollover is going to be with the flippers, which you can on Pokemon, it's not like Avengers where, you know, you just have to hit a spinner or something like that. It's totally like Stranger Things. And you know, with Stranger Things, it goes between your mystery and your bonus. That's a big deal, right? Literally every single rollover. Let's keep up on chat. You agree on the toilet bowl? Slows it down, yeah. You need space for Elwyn's next project, yeah. Earlier, Lauren was saying that because it's Fallout, how cool would it be if there's like a lower play field that is like the Fallout chamber? Or everyone thinks it's Fallout. We're pretty much guaranteed, I think, that it's Fallout. But... Shoot. Jumbotron is ready. Dark gray and grungy. Here's a question. For Fallout, do you want it to be the TV show or the video game? I feel like they would do the TV show just because that IP is much more widely known to the public than the game. Yeah, apparently Transformers is up next, but everyone's saying the next Elwyn is supposed to be Fallout. Wow, that was a trash game. Okay. Gives more artistic freedom.
You got a high score.
It is Fallout. Okay. Alright. So who's supposed to be doing Transformers? Who's making Transformers? He who shall not be named. They might need to do the Fallout TV show for modern audiences. I agree. Oh, Eisman. Sick. Dude, I love Wick. I don't know. Actually, out of any fan layout, I would buy Wick. But that is another thing that I noticed in playing Pokemon is the speed of Wick. You kind of get that same speed with Pokemon. It's faster than Stranger Things. He who should not be named told you about Fallout. Got it. You guys want me to walk you through my experience with the Pro and the Premium? I don't know if I got time. I can do it if you want. I have it right. Oops, that's the playfield. I have it right here. Look at that. Oh, that way. So earlier we were doing you're at the eye doctor and you're going, all right, which one do you like more? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Oh, it's so much of this. It's very surprising to me how much they put in the pros now. You get sculpts in the pro, which is awesome. I think it's great. I don't care too much that this thing doesn't shake. I don't care too much that... actually, you can't see my mouse, can you? Shoot. I don't care too much that the Pokeball doesn't shake. I don't care too much that... Oh, wait, you can see it on this one, but you can't on that. Okay. I don't care too much that the Pokeball doesn't shake. I don't care too much that the head doesn't move back and forth. This mech works on both the Pro and the Premium. It's the same exact mech, which is awesome. I think the only thing that I really would be missing is this scoop that pops up. But the only difference is on a Pro, instead of hitting the scoop, you just have to get it up to here, and then it comes down, and I believe there's something that stops the ball, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the only thing that I really care about is the scoop ramp. The toilet bowl, like I said, it slows down the game, and I don't care about that. And as you can see here, when it's up, it drops down into here. But when it's down, it goes past that rollover target. So you do not get to advance your TEAM, which you can use your flippers. So there was a post on the left ramp for the Pro to pass the ball. Right here. Let's zoom in. Somewhere here, I feel like there's a post that pops up. I remember because I caught a Pokemon on the Pro, and on the Pro, it stopped the ball. But, all right, see you, Lauren. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, I mean, in my mind, especially since you can now upgrade it with the same light sides as the LE on a Pro, both outside and inside. Like, yeah, I would buy the Pro. Oh, it's the magnet also. You get a magnet. Not a big deal to me. You're already, when you hit it in here, it's already bouncing around enough. The magnet just basically takes it and gives it one more flick. Although I will say sometimes it's cool. The magnet will take it and shoot it back this way, and then it comes around and back down. That's kind of cool. But Machamp's leg? I don't know. Buy a translate you like or back glass. Actually, I haven't. Between the three, let's see. That is the Pro. That is the Premium, and I do have the LE. Here's another thing. I wonder if they fixed it yet on here, but when you go to the website, they still haven't fixed it. Dude, you go to the website, and if you want to see any pictures, it's not on the website right now. They make you download the PDF. What in the world? How is that not already prepared? It's gotta suck working at Stern and like working so hard and then still people bitch about things. Oh, I don't need to download it again. Oops. Why aren't you letting me just see it? Fine, I'll download it again. There. Okay, back glasses. I like all three of them. This is the most iconic, in my mind, like the original 90s. This is a little less iconic. The LE's cool. But I think I like the Premium the most. This reminds me the most of like the 90s cartoon. Yeah. Buy a Pro. Get the lollipops. Yeah. Hey, Parachan. LOL. Thank you for following. I think LEs are pretty much sold out, but it's strange on their website here. There's still a thing that says... Oh, no, they already took it down. There was a thing here that said Stern LEs. So, yeah, they've already taken that down. So there must have been a short amount of time. Oh, no, it's right here. So if we click that. Limited edition. Yeah. See, I bet if you call this number, they're already probably going to say it's gone. But, yeah. In my mind, Pro all day for this one. It just, the Premium, I can't justify. I know a lot of people are going to buy the Premium, and that's makes a lot of sense, you know. Like, I guess some people, this might be the only pinball machine that they ever buy. They're going to be, in the words of, again, Gary Stern, it's a grandpa buying a toy for their kids. The things that I am disappointed about are there's no gym battles. There's no Insider Connect to be able to continue your journey. There is a Pokedex, so I'm excited about that. I'm not as excited about the layout, even though it does shoot well. It is fun. Gary doesn't know shit. It shoots well. It's fun. But I'm not the biggest fan of fan layouts. Biggest fan of fan. Yeah. Have they decided to increase the number of LEs due to demand? I think that they're trying to get back, from my understanding, to like limited editions truly being limited edition. Because they got at one point up to like, wasn't it like 1,500 on some of the machines? At least 1,000, I know. So I think 750 is like, in my mind, I think what they're doing. But I'm not sure. 1,000 was the cap usually. Okay. I'm not sure why they're doing 750. A friend of mine, who I'm not sure if he's on here anymore, Jason, said, hey, Pixelated, how you doing? He said that it should have been like 986 because it came out in like 996 because it came out in like 1996 or something like that, like Pokemon did 30 years ago. So, because they always do like something based off of like a weird number having to do with something in history, it seems. But you haven't read up on Pokemon much, but you bet they do a home version for the lower price point. Yeah, they have. So Pixelated, I did go to the media day. They didn't say anything about home edition. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but they didn't say anything. Special re-release, yeah, probably. You feel like the Pro version is too incomplete to consider. Interesting, because I feel the other way. If you think about it, I guess the only two things that I really would care about is the magnet. Although, honestly, like I said, once you get up in here, it is already enough inertia and it's already bouncing around enough in here that, like, you don't notice not having the magnet on a Pro. And then the scoop on a premium here. But honestly, I don't want this. I want this gone. I'd probably just turn that off. It slows the game down, and then you don't get a rollover advancement here, which somebody who's like trying to think about how to get to an end game, like you get a ball save once you roll over all 4 of your targets, and you can use your flippers to change it. Like, that's one less chance. And it's, here's the thing, it's not just one time. It's once you get into Squirtle Squad mode, every time you hit this left ramp, it diverts to the bowl. So you could hit this thing like 6-8 times and never get an advanced rollover where you could maybe spell team 2 different times. So it just someone who like thinks about code and getting to the end and like, what are the things that I need to do to get a ball save, or what are the things I need to do to get an extra ball? It's like totally taking that away from you. So it's almost like it's punishing you for making a shot. Like, cool, you get the ball to spin around a little bit, and that's great, but like, yeah. Yeah, dude, look at the difference between this and this. Like, you get the sculpts, sure. Pikachu doesn't move, but like, you get the sculpts. This on the Pro, I guess, doesn't shake. I don't remember if it lights up or not, but there are wires going to it on a Pro, so I think it maybe does light up, but it just doesn't shake. But like, when you're playing the game, you're not thinking about that thing shaking anyway. You can fix that with a saw and a motor. Yeah. Guess it's too fundamentally different, you're right. You were thinking it could just be mechs. Yeah, I feel like it's, in my mind, it's not worth $3,000 more for this. It just, in my mind, it's not. I don't like the toilet bowl. I don't care about Pikachu moving. I don't care about the Pokeball moving. Would I like the magnet? Yes. But am I going to miss it when I'm in the middle of playing the game? No. The scoop is really cool. Especially the way that you're playing it. The Pokeball totally covers up the scoop. So for newcomers coming and playing the game, they're going to hit that shot, and maybe they've already hit it like 3 or 4 or 5 times and gotten the ramp. And then they're going to hit it when it says, hit the left ramp to collect a Pokemon. They're going to hit it, and it's going to go into that scoop, and they're going to be like, whoa, where'd it go? Because it feels almost like it went into the Pokeball, you know? Because that Pokeball is so big, and that where you're standing, that Pokeball totally covers up the scoop completely, so you can't see it. So that's cool. Man, we got another raid from We Love Pinball. Thank you. Yeah, we're talking Pokemon Pinball here. Appreciate it. How are you guys doing? If you have not followed yet, please do so. You know, I'm gonna do that typical. If you would like to throw a few bucks my way for free with your Amazon Prime, you can do that. You just have to link your Amazon Prime account up to Twitch, and then you can use your Amazon Prime once a month for free to subscribe to a channel, and then you don't get ads anymore on my channel. So, but yeah, this is Lunch Break Pinball. We do streaming Monday through Friday typically. I did go to Stern and get to experience the media day for Pokemon. It's a great game. It's gonna sell like gangbusters, but I would say personally for myself, I'm a big Pokemon fan, grew up with it as a kid, 4th grade, it took over the schoolyard, like, I love the IP. I was hoping for a totally different game. It's a fan layout. I'm not against fan layouts, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, you guys are from Germany. That's right. I've rated you guys before, so welcome. It's beer time there. It's probably like 8 o'clock or something like that there, I think. Yeah, I will say that the left ramp is not... I didn't try it too much. It is backhandable at least on the Pro up to here, which is able to get into here and then come back down. I don't know if there's enough energy to get it all the way up and around. I did mention this earlier on the stream, but we have new people. This right ramp is got Gomez all over it. You play Monster Bash, you play Lord of the Rings, not quite Deadpool. I'm trying to think of other Gomez games, but you know when you hit those ramps and you're like, oh, that was not enough power to get up that ramp, but then like somehow it works. However he has this thing set up, I think it's just not that steep of a ramp. There are so many times that I hit it and I was like, I didn't hit it quite straight. That's not going to make it all the way up. And sure enough, it still whips around and comes all the way back down. So that's a really cool thing. Non-backhandable fans are so blah. Yeah, that's the reason why I bought a Stranger Things Pro instead of a Stranger Things Premium. Because if you backhand that shot, and if you're ready to lock a ball, it doesn't get up there all the way. But don't quote me on it, man. I didn't try it enough. So it very well may have enough energy. But it is a jump here, right? So it's jumping over that, and then it's whipping back around and coming down. So, yeah. The scoop isn't on the Pro. See, that's worth 3K, right? Yeah, so the scoop, the only time that the scoop, at least in current code, comes up is you have to hit this after hitting a series of other shots. It says hit the Pokedex. You hit the Pokedex, it hits this ball, that ball hits that ball hits that ball, and hits that. Which you think the geometry of this isn't going to work, but dude, you hit this and it's like a lightning rocket. It goes like really fast. It just hits all three really fast. And then the left side is open to catch a Pokemon. On the Pro, it's the same thing, but you have to at least get it up to here and then come back down and flip through this thing. And once you flip through that thing, then you're able to catch the Pokemon. So it is a little bit harder on the Pro to catch a Pokemon than on the Premium, because the Premium you only have to go to here, whereas the Pro you have to go all the way up to at least here, right? So you just keep playing JPS, Virtual Pokemon, Pinball, cause your PoE. Yeah, play it on location, give it a shot, see what you think. As a operator, if I had the money, I would definitely buy this, because it's going to pay itself off faster than it would definitely pay itself off faster than, let's see, X-Men. It'll pay itself off faster than Foo Fighters. It'll pay itself off faster than probably even Stranger Things, which Stranger Things makes really good on location. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I do have to go. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to take all these people that rated and send you off to the next group. So thank you for hanging. Please hit the follow button. If you want to do this, subscribe. I appreciate that. Also, I'm on YouTube, and I am going to make a video and post it to YouTube. So if you want to see that long form content, it's just MN Retro Gamer over on YouTube. We'll see you over there. YouTube, thank you for hanging.